We've had a significant amount of snow fall in the Vail Valley over the past 2-3 weeks, and it's really heightened people's desires to get out in the backcountry on either skiing or snowboarding or on snowmobiles. And we want to make sure everyone's staying safe out there. That's why we bring Dan Smith from Vail Mountain Rescue on every week to give us backcountry pointers and tips. And let's start with some things going around Eagle County this week.
Oh, we had 4 missions, so we're up to 33 for the year. That's one every other day. And it seems to be rocking one every other day for probably the foreseeable future. The most interesting of these, and very typical, was a party skiing out of the Peter Eston Hut, which is above Yeoman Park down around Eagle. And one of the party, a very good skier, just took a digger and blew a knee. You're not going to ski out with a blown knee. I mean, no. That's it. And there's no ski patrol to put you in a sled. So they called 911, but from Peter Eston, that's a little difficult. They had one of the inReach devices, the Garmin that you can text through a satellite. They texted a friend who then called 911, and the friend was very knowledgeable. They were very knowledgeable. That was at night. We sent two guys on 2 snow machines out in the morning. What's normally a 20-25 minute run with packed snow was an hour and 45 minutes to get into the hut.
Just due to all the fresh snow.
Oh yeah, and we passed the rest of her party that was skiing out. She was just sitting at the hut waiting for us. Get up to the hut. Yep, it is a blown knee. Put her on the back of a snow machine. It took 2.5 hours to get back down, which is, that's a lot of time. But in sloppy, heavy snow, you can have some problems. That's the typical hut mission. We've done 5 hut missions this year. So when you go on a hut trip, again, the tool you have to have with you is the one right here in your brain. And don't panic. We'll come get you. Also, don't call us if you just got a boo-boo. If you because that eats a lot of people, a lot of equipment that we might need someplace else.
Yeah, I mean that.
But if you've tweaked your knee and you can't ski on it, and you try, what's probably going to happen is you're going to hurt yourself, and then we won't know necessarily where you are. You're in the trees someplace with a blown knee. This is not an easy mission. Getting up to the huts when you've hurt yourself, that's an easy mission. Stay warm, stay in the hut, have another cup of coffee. Be nice if you had a pot waiting for us when we get there. We're going to bring you back down. So that's the typical 90% of what we do is that simple.
And this particular mission, usually you talk about people making big mistakes and needing to get rescued, but this one, it really shows that this can have a good outcome if you are prepared, because anything can happen.
Well, you can't be alone.
Yeah.
Because at Peter Eston, there's no cell. I mean, if this person had been skiing alone up in that country, which some people do, and didn't have the satellite communication device, which costs about $600, and $600 a year for the contract, and they go down on the trees, that's it. Nobody knows where they are. We may know what trailhead they started from. We may know where the general area, but you're in deep trouble. If you're with a bunch of people and they get you back to the hut, nice and warm, and a cup of coffee, maybe with a little adult beverage in it to help you, we're going to come get you, and it'll be a very good outcome, and it's stories to tell your grandkids. The stories to tell your grandkids are great adventures. You just want to be around to tell your grandkids.
Yeah, you don't want somebody else telling
that story. No, that's a story you don't want people to tell. So,
yeah.
The other 3 were a helicopter job in Lake County, which was sort of a communications nightmare that we had to sort out, and a stolen vehicle, which according to OnStar was sitting up above the June Creek weather station, except there is no way in God's green earth you can get a truck up above the weather station.
Which says you really can't rely on GPS
all
the time.
Not all the time. I mean, there's old school, and batteries fail, people fall on things. I've seen one guy had his GPS in his cargo pocket and fell on it and broke GPS, so it's not going to help, but he had a hell of a hematoma too. That was not helping him either.
All right, well, thanks for those stories, Eagle County, and we're going to come back with you after this weather and get into some avalanche conditions. So stick around, and first we're going to check in with Ashley with a look at the weather.